Hello and welcome to the Rundle Park One Disc Round, brought to you by Sometimes Disc Golf. My name is Matt. Joining me in the booth today, Chad Gamlin. Welcome, Chad.
Right on. This will be fun.
Yeah, looking forward to it. So back in the spring, you will notice there's a distinct difference in greenage on this course because we were out here in the spring. Yourself and three other disc golfers played Rundle Park, but with a catch. You only had one disc to throw, and that's throwing, putting, everything. So we wanted to see how well professionals could attack a course using only one disc. Other than that, it's going to be standard stroke play and regular PDGA rules. And the winner today is going to receive a $50 gift certificate to the Ace Runners Pro Shop, with the runner-up taking $25. So joining us today, Chad, current PDGA rating, 970. How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good about that profile picture. Must have got struck by lightning in between that and what I look like today. But
No, that was taken yesterday, as far as I know.
Right.
We got Jeremy Gauthier, also Edmontonian. We got Tyler Hohalter, straight out of Calgary, and David Hohalter, his brother, representing Wild and Pine. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the inaugural One Disc Challenge at Rundle Park, brought to you by Sometimes Disc Golf. My name is Matt, and we're going to introduce our four competitors here. First up, Tyler. Tyler Hohalter, welcome.
Hi. Hello.
What are you throwing?
A Luna. A Big Z Luna. I'm very
Nice.
excited.
I like it.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
All right. David.
Good morning.
David, also a Hohalter.
Also Hohalter.
Any relation?
Yeah, I'm the little big brother.
A little big brother.
Yeah.
Nice. And what are you throwing today?
I'm throwing EMAC Truth, died by the one and only Tyler, who you just met.
Whew. Spicy.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm going to be throwing the Discmania Logic Exo Soft.
Ooh, going putter.
Yeah.
Good luck. And Chad. Local legend, Chad Gamlin. What are you throwing?
Today I'm throwing a TI Buzzz. I'm an old man. I considered a Blizzard boss, but we're going to try the Buzzz today.
Beauty. Good luck, Chad. All right, so hole one, starting out here at Rundle Park in Edmonton. 307 feet. It is a mandatory to the left of that tree, the big tree that you just see sort of on the right side of your frame there. So we're going to be seeing normally forehands, but now that we're throwing mids and putters, I'm guessing a lot of big floating anhyzers. We are going to that basket that you can see right in the middle there. There's a couple of pin locations on most of these holes, but this time we're going to the shorter of the two. So, yeah.
yeah, this hole opens up to a variety of shots, but I'm primarily a backhand thrower, but fits good. Conditions are good today. So.
Yeah. And I know we just introduced you as throwing the Buzzz here, but big news, Chad. You've recently been signed by a new manufacturer.
Yes, if this happened any later, I'd be throwing a Waka Waka with RPM, but this happened pretty early, so I was throwing a Buzzz here.
Nice. RPM discs out of New Zealand, right?
Out of New Zealand, yeah.
So we've got David here going with the mid, and he slides it right up next to the basket on the
Wow,
first hole.
that was nice.
That's a statement shot.
Mid-range.
I like the choices here. So two of you guys went mid, and two of you guys went putter. Why did you decide to go for mid-range over the putter for this round?
I was really undecided what was going in. It was basically the wind direction and the how much wind we were having that day, but it was really calm, so I think we had a pretty wide choice between putters and mids, but I don't think anyone is throwing anything faster than that today.
No, and mids aren't the best to putt with, but it's certainly doable. They're just usually a little bit wider than your putters.
A lot of time I've been putting with a Proline Cobra for years too on my inside circle. Just feels a little more free to jam them, but
Okay, so advantage Chad here a little bit. With the only guy probably experienced with putting with a mid. So we got 3 pars here, and then David parked it with his Emac Truth.
Yeah, nice drive.
That's an easy birdie for the
Miz.
guy. We should have a
Up
look at that
one.
one again, I think. Nice. Leaves it out wide. The only mistake you can really make on the Anheuser is putting her a little too close to that tree. Nice
Yeah,
slide.
Dave and Tyler, I think both have all tee backgrounds, so they like those shots.
Yeah. Why don't you walk us through hole 2?
Hole 2, I believe we're in the. Are we in the short or long position?
We're in the short position on this one.
Short position here. Everything it's wide open here for any shot you got in your bag. So forehand, backhand, nothing really in the way for you here.
Yeah. One of the must-gets probably, especially in the
Definitely.
short location.
Yeah, deuce or die hole. There's a few of them here.
All right, so I think we're going to have David with the box after laying down the hammer on hole 1. Yeah, I like this play. Just a nice, easy hyzer. Scoots it up, and he parks it again.
I didn't do it.
That's a good start.
I think David's feeling pretty good about himself after the start. Now, you're talking about the hoe halters having an ultimate background. All 3 of the hoe halters, we've got 2 of them here, and there's a third brother, Eric hoe halter in Calgary. They all played ultimate at a very high level. I believe David was a national team player and was, I think, like a men's ultimate player of the year once or twice too in Canada. So a strong ultimate background really helps in the transition to disc golf, right?
Yeah, definitely. They're. Yeah, I don't know their full background, but no, they're athletic guys for sure. So I think it translated well to this.
Yeah. And we've got Tyler stuck himself in a tree. Not the best drive on this hole, but easy to do with the putter. If you just slightly off on the angle, might be escaping off to the right. And we got Jeremy through the tree for the birdie. That's a nice putt. He
I
needed to
think
get going.
this might be the calmest day of the year.
Yeah, we had incredibly good conditions out there. This was late April in Edmonton, and
Nice cleanup.
no guarantee that the weather's going to cooperate in April in Edmonton, but we got a good one out there. Good birdie for you. Another birdie. That's 2 for 2 for David here.
Not gonna be much footage of me in this round, guys.
Not lacking confidence is David Hohalter. So hole 3, another short one. We're looking at 190 feet. There's 2 pin locations in this one too, and today we're going to be playing to the right side. So we'll see it come into view right in the middle of your screen here, just behind this sort of scraggly spruce tree. That's where we're playing to today. The alternate location, you can see the basket up on the left. Opens up a couple of different more shot options, but I think just about everyone's going to be playing a nice straight to hyzer finish to the edge of the hill. Is that the play?
You're pretty much forced into a hyzer on this short pin. There's not much for a forehand.
Yep. Tight gap. There is a branch that definitely catches discs right up above you, and if you really shank it, you're going to be hitting the embarrassing tree right in front of the tee pad.
Yeah, they got a nice. If you can see the net guarding that tree there, that's hit quite often too.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm usually aiming on this one, is throw it to the net and hopefully it hyzers just inside of it. Oh, I like this too. Don't even put the net into play. Throw a little bit of Annie. Let it filter up to the basket.
Yeah, I never throw a mid on this hole. It's always over a stable Firebirdish type Kahoo.
Okay.
That was a cool line.
We got a couple pretty close here. Let's see if Tyler can make the putter work. Yeah,
Oh, that looks good.
that's a nice shot. A little bit far. Really good. So we were talking about ultimate. Did you play ultimate at all in your life?
No, I kind of played ultimate when I started disc golfing early 90s. just pickup ultimate, and we had a disc golf course down at Target course down at Horlac as well, and like 93 to 96 kind of thing, and then found some disc golfers and found discs.
And back in those days, the disc sports, as we see a nice birdie from Jeremy here, the disc sports were a little more unified even in the 90s, right? Especially in the 70s and 80s, but even still, if you played one of the disc sports, there's a good chance you were probably playing another one as well, right?
Sort of like back at like early 90s, we were the only ones on the course using ulti discs. And
yeah. Okay. Hole 4.
Hole 4, we are in the only position left on this hole now, really. But on the left, we just caught our basket there straight away. Nothing really in the way. A couple trees around the basket, but pretty much allows for any shot in your imagination coming into this one.
Yeah, a little bit trickier than hole 2 because you got a couple of guardian trees right side, protecting that big hyzer into it, and left side obviously you saw a couple of trees there.
Yeah, just playing slightly uphill. So,
but with a couple of putters and a couple of mids, we're going to see hopefully everyone throwing straight at this basket.
Yeah, for my old body, this is almost everything I got into these mids to get up there.
It's a little more uphill than it looks on camera, so you are having to give a mid a pretty good rip to get up this hill. You started out on a really nice Anheuser, and you got to be happy with that, Chad.
Yeah, I'll take that one. There's no race running a Buzzz for me on these.
I feel like you're being a little bit humble, but
these guys on the other hand can scare any of these baskets.
Yeah, Jeremy's got power for days,
Favorable.
and he just lobs a putter pin high, a little bit right. He's gonna have a tricky putt. And Tyler's got a slightly more overstable putter, so he's gonna try and swing out a hyzer a little bit, and looks like maybe just a little bit too much hyzer on that one. It's been recommended to me a bunch of times to throw putter-only rounds, which is actually how it came up with this challenge. Do you subscribe to the idea when you're learning how to disc golf of just go out there and throw a putter for a whole round?
100%. I don't do it enough, but just learning a disc or getting stuck on a certain disc on a particular hole that you're just kind of forcing a shot because you happen to make a good shot one day, but
yeah, you want to ideally be able to throw different angles, with comfort. You don't always want to just be throwing straight and then choosing a different disc every time. You want to get comfortable throwing Anheisers, hyzers, flat shots.
Yeah, I totally agree to that. And on a day like this, there's you can pretty much use anything.
Yeah, I guess the caveat is a longer course might be a little bit challenging to be throwing putter out there. But,
for sure. Then it just makes the putting a little tougher if you're trying to rip a Firebird in there from 50 feet. Makes it a little tougher.
Yeah. All right, nice birdie again. 3 down through 4 for both you and Jeremy. Nice start. We got another slow-mo here for you. Pretty textbook form?
Yeah, I started way before the YouTube clinics and that, so I've tried to clean up my bad habits, but some are just calcified in my spine. I can't change it.
All right, so we are on to hole 5, 147 feet. This is almost a jump putt for a lot of people. The only tricky part is the drop off at the back of the hill here. So we're playing to that left side location today, the basket that you see. The right side is also a little bit treacherous if you go a little bit long. But
oh wait, this is the one you
this is the one. We're gonna have
right.
a bit of a twist coming up on this one. So I'm gonna throw it down to me in the past. All right, we're here on hole 5. The guys are throwing really well. So it's time to bring in some ringers. I believe all 4 of these guys have some experience in the world of ultimate frisbee. And one of the reasons why we tell people to throw a 1-disc round is all you need is 1 frisbee to play disc golf. So for their drives, they're going with ultimate lids. All right, Not a lot of positive reaction to that last minute changeup.
It's been 25 years since I threw a frisbee down here,
But you could have fooled me, because that thing is pin high, probably circle's edge.
Yeah, I think so. It's
Maybe 35. We'll give you 35. And I know these guys, the hoe halters, are both still actively involved in the ultimate community. I don't know how much they play. I know Tyler was just in...
Oh, look at these guys throwing rollers.
the accidental roller. I know Tyler was just competing in Ireland in the World Ultimate Championships.
Bad tick.
David maybe a little bit more coaching than playing these days and flicks it way left. He won't want his ultimate friends to see that one. So
I think it would have been fine if he didn't catch that twig, but...
Yeah, he was trying to float a big forehand hyzer all the way around the outside.
Okay, yeah, we were allowed to get back to our discs after the drive.
Good
Lucky
run.
I didn't roll away there.
Yeah. Jeremy's put it a little bit closer here. Also a former Ultimate player, not quite at the same level as the hoe halters, but played Ultimate for a good number of years, so he's also familiar with the Ultimate disc. And that's a really nice putt, especially with an EMAC truth from David there.
You know, the flex move would be to putt with the ultra star. I don't flex though.
Tyler's the humble of the hoe halter brothers.
Oh, these guys are the... there's a good 15 guys in Edmonton now that are, just crushing it. So, and these guys are 3 of them. So, looking forward to what they got in the next few years too.
Definitely. Hole 6. What are we looking at?
So we got 260 down, pretty straight away, but plays down about 30 feet of elevation. OB on the right. Pretty calm today, so shouldn't get into too much trouble, but we should just probably all see just slight little Annie turnovers down at this basket.
Yeah, nobody's got anything really flippy, so you guys are all going to be forcing that angle over. And this is a really nicely designed hole. There's a lot of really good holes out here at Rundle. Did a lot with the limited amount of park space that we had out here. And this one is a tricky one. It's easy to go OB right.
Yeah, it opens up. You can see off to the right there. You can throw a hyzer up over top of the trees on the right. Oh, it's a little bit low for Jeremy. Or it allows for forehands too, but safest shot is this one, I believe.
Yeah. So you've been playing since the 90s. Do you remember the first disc golf disc you ever picked up?
A Viper. DX Viper.
DX Viper. I'm not familiar with that. What does it fly like?
It's been a while, but probably like a dog-chewed Valkyrie.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't very stable.
And where did you get your first disc?
I was working for the city in the River Valley here, so got to play around, but a couple guys I met had a disc caught in a tree. Steve Mallet and Gil Velasquez.
Wow.
And oh, too bad.
Just squeaks OB.
And they got the disc out of the tree and fell, and it just said golf disc on it. And I've been using frisbees for 5 years, hadn't seen anything, so started throwing with these guys. Nice run.
And as soon as you got that first S curve to it, you were hooked?
Well, as soon as, never had anything that would hyzer out for you or fade out,
That's awesome. And Steve Mallet designed this 18-hole iteration of Rundle Park, right? Was he involved in the first 9 holes? Or I can't remember.
No, the first 9 holes at Rundle was put in 1980.
Okay.
And the first kind of edition of our back 9, nice putt.
Great putt. Great par save for David there.
I think our edition kind of was put in early 2000.
Okay.
Something. It's been a while, but
yeah.
And then a few of us had a hand in kind of this layout here.
Oh, nice. So you were right in it when they were putting the 18 holes together.
Yeah, it was kind of different parts of the club over the last 25 years.
Oh, that's great. Well, I know it's changed the course of Edmonton disc golf, having a really nice 18-hole park course here. Speaking of long, hole 7, I believe, is the longest. Hole 7 and 18 are our 2 par 4s on the course, and we are playing to the long location here, so we're going to get to see people throwing putters and mids as far as they possibly can on this one. Your first shot, you're trying to just get it into the middle of the fairway to set up a second shot. And you got a couple of options. You can go to the right side of these trees, as we're seeing here, which is a little bit more common for the shorter basket location that you can see in frame here. We are going to the longer location, the pole that you see behind it along the row of trees. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you guys are going left side the whole way.
Well, I've been kind of trying to throw as far as I can already on these previous holes, but this one here is, as far as this course goes, it's kind of your biggest wide open rip, your furthest disc in your bag.
Yeah. So you get it out there on a really nice Anheuser angle. That's full flight from a Buzzz.
That's my full flight, and that's probably just under 300.
I would say over 300. I think you're selling yourself a little short here. All right. Jeremy puts a good move on this logic. He really likes that logic. And you can see why. That's up by that first tree.
Yeah, well done. There's not with drivers on it. She doesn't quite get in there. But the trees on the left and right are pretty wide, but can get yourself in there once in a while.
Yeah. And we're seeing the really big arm here.
Turn the camera.
David throws his mid further than I throw my driver on this hole.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the furthest throwers in Edmonton.
For sure. So you're going up the left gap here. I think this is a good play for a mid. You're not worrying too much about hyzering out of position there.
No, I didn't think I was going to actually get to the tree line there, so I wasn't worried about too much. But
sometimes it's better not to think about the obstacles.
Oh no!
All right, Tyler's got to put a little bit more hyzer on it.
That's still manageable there.
Yeah, a little bit pinched off by a tree. He should be able to get around that. Now Jeremy's gone the right side here. And he still chooses the left side gap instead of pushing it up the middle past the short basket there.
This guy play through? What do you say?
Yeah, maybe if he had his choice of disc, he might have pulled a hyzer up the right or something.
I can almost guarantee you that's what he would have done. And David's in position to maybe reach the pin here with a good shot. But he doesn't get it, and he gets caught up under a tree.
Yeah, it's turned it over a little bit there.
And then I just kept going like a dummy.
And Tyler's just not quite there on his angles, but there should be an up and down from there. And are you running this?
Sort of. One of those kind of half goes.
You could theoretically.
Well, that worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Getting a par on the long basket here at hole 7 is pretty good under any circumstances.
Yeah, I'm probably 1 out of 5 for birdie and 1 out of 5 for
we got the hot cake,
bogey.
we got the
Okay.
McFlurry. Call McBeth signature.
So you're going to be happy with par.
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right, let's see what David can get done here on the scramble. He's got to go around a couple of trees. And this is the benefit of knowing your discs. I'm pretty sure he doesn't use that EMAC Truth as a get-out-of-jail-free disc or as a putter. Tyler's probably going to want that circle's edge putt back. He's a really good putter. I would say, having played with all 3 of them now, David is probably the best backhand thrower of the 3 of them. Tyler's got the best short game. His approach and putting is really superb. He's got great touch with the disc. And then the third brother, Eric, you might see on further coverage as a forehand specialist.
Oh, Dave, for sure. The first time I played with him is just, just effortless power, just from his Alti days there. You can. I try to copy it, but not working.
Inimitable. All right, hole 8. Where are we going on this one?
This one, okay. So the pin is on the over top of the trees on your left. There's a few like the bigger arms can spike hyzer that we're in the short position. So it takes about 320, 330 feet of hyzer power to get to the short pin on a hyzer. Maybe a little bit more than that.
I'd say more. I have a hard time getting there a lot of the time.
I'm normally throw a roller at that thing, but I don't remember what I tried with this.
Well, it might be a roller. You're just going straight at it, low driven under the tree line.
Yeah.
So that's how you throw that line, Chad.
I like that, especially when it's cleaned up a little bit under there. You should have a technical little upshot through the trees there.
Yeah, like unless you hit the front tree line, there's should be a way to get through there.
Jeremy likes what he saw there, so he's going to go for it as well.
He's got to look at that one too. That's nice.
Yeah, you got to get a little lucky going through those trees.
All right.
All right, Tyler is no slouch on the power. I certainly don't want to say that he's a short game only guy, because he's got a pretty good rip too. And getting the putter that far, should be right up to that alley, a little past the alley. That's a good rip from there.
Yeah, it's a little more elevated than it looks here too. But add a couple more feet to the distance needed.
Yeah, and Dave is just going straight over the top with the hyzer we talked about.
Look at that.
Doesn't quite get it, but he's also going to be in pretty decent up and down shape from there, I expect. And you got a little bit more tree branch here than I think you were hoping for.
Certainly I'll take any of these. Like normally I throw a roller through this clump of trees here on the left, but up till a couple years ago it was pretty grass filled. These branches were down right to the ground, but it's been cleaned up nice, so it gives a guy a chance that to still par that didn't make it through.
Shout out to Greg Gatsky. He's done a lot of that work over the years, I think.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, we all appreciate it, Greg. Let's see if Jeremy's got a clean putt, and he just misses the birdie there. That would be a nice birdie to get out here with a putter. And he's got a bit of a tester coming back, but he drops it in, no problem. So you and Jeremy are 4 down here through 8. What going into the round? Did you have an expectation on a score just throwing one mid?
Sort of. That's the ballpark I was thinking about. Had the one variable you threw us there on hole 5 with the Alti disc, so it evened out. I got 1 or 2 I wasn't thinking I was going to get, and missed one I thought I would.
Yeah. Okay, hole 9, 345 feet downhill. Again, the camera really doesn't do the slopes justice. This is a pretty significant downhill shot. We're shooting for the basket that you see on the left-hand side there with looks like a jacket hanging off a pole. That's the short location. That's where we're playing to today. There is a nice long location hidden in the trees there, but the baskets were sort of in our favor here. A lot of the short locations in effect during our round today. So should be reachable with a really big throw from all of you guys.
Yeah, I didn't mind the short locations today, but this hole, it just, again invites any shot you want to take at it.
Yeah.
Forehand, backhand, like putters and drivers.
A lot of time depending on the wind direction, which is swirly out in this section of the course.
Yeah, 100%.
You force over a big Anheuser, but that disc is coming back.
That is so funny, Chad.
Parked again.
Yeah, I was happy with that one.
That was pretty neat.
I don't remember. I think there was almost no wind on this morning, so allowed us to try a few extra different kind of shots.
Yeah. Jeremy's putter does sort of the standard putter thing, which is stay straight a little bit longer than you're hoping for on a hole like this. Gets good distance though. And let's see with the slightly more overstable putter here if Tyler can dial this one in.
Oh, wow, that looks nice.
And he goes well long of this basket. That's hard to do with a putter. He's going to have a good comebacker there. David swings out the EMAC Truth nice and wide. If he's got the right distance, oh, he doesn't get much of a skip there.
All right.
Circle's edge maybe for David. A little bit longer here for Jeremy.
Wow, nice run.
Yeah, really good attempt there. Tyler a little bit short. And David puts in the long putt with the UMAC Truth.
Really helped me out today. They're sneaky putts.
I, for the life of me, can't putt with a mid-range. There's something about the size of the rim or something. I just have a really hard time with it.
I don't know. For me, it's almost subconsciously thinking you have to punch it straight, so it just add a little more speed to it. It seems.
Yeah. And with the easy tap and birdie here, you're going to go 5 down on the front 9. Really good front 9 for you. A few real highlight park jobs here. I think you're going to be happy with 5 down going into the back 9. Jeremy's 1 back at 4 down.
It's it's different watching footage of yourself and things you think you're doing that you're not doing. These throws seem pretty round coming from me. I'll have to study this and clean that up.
All right. So yeah, 5 down through his front 9. Jeremy right behind you at 4 down. He had a good stretch of 4 in a row there. David had 1 bogey on the par 4, and Tyler's a little bit slow out of the gates. And we got a special message here.